Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Kowloon Generic Romance episode number 1 reaction. So this is a brand new show. Now I have had my eye on this for a while. I didn't read the manga though, but I did get to, I did see this being like there, and it did catch my attention because the character designs were quite interesting. I really like the character designs of this. So that's why it caught my attention, and then I kind of read the summary also caught my attention. As far as I can remember, it's like a dystopian society or something like that. This is like basically where the show is being, is happening. But other than that, I have no idea about anything about this show. But it seemed like an interesting watch, so I've decided to react to it. So yeah, let us get started then. Again, like I said, like I'm going in blind. I did know about the show, about the manga in itself, but I never really read it. So everything will be a surprise. So let's get started. Episode number 1. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is a preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Wait, why was her skin sparkling? What the hell was that? Oh no, it's not the skin. There's something in the wind. There's some kind of particles. Right. Oh, maybe Numa. Oh, watermelon. Hmm. What are what are these angles? Oh my god. Okay, wait a minute. The outside world, the okay. Okay. This is kind of catchy. Whoa, what is that? Oh, yeah. Okay, so this opening is very catchy. Damn. Wow. This is okay. This is a very catchy opening. Okay. Getting ready for work. Okay. Room number 8. Kujirai, that's her name? Wait, so her name has whale in it? Kujira? Right? What is that thing on the sky? Generic There. Oh, is that why Kowloon generic roam? Private sector. Oh, we were seeing the commercial of the. Okay. Right. They are focusing on this thing. What the hell is that? Right. Rental sales evaluation. Hmm. Ooh. Wait, Gintoki's voice. Oh, did he wanted to check in before her? Wow, you made her late. That is crazy. Well, you made her late. Bruh. Wow. Second. Oh. Hmm. She's having trouble with her glasses. Tintin Eatery. Oh damn. That looks good. That does look good. She cannot see pro. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Maybe the lens is. Oh, yeah. Huh. Sketchy director. Oh, he has a snake in his. Yeah. Hominids. Wait, are there aliens here in this world or something? Why did she say water? What? Okay, there must be some kind of. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Bruh. Hmm. Wait, what? Oh, wait. So that means, um, yeah. Wait, so her eyes got better. Okay. Right. Generic Terra. What is? Our tax fake Earth? Hmm. Hmm. Right. Okay, yeah, he was talking about like making a new fake Earth. So, feeling of nostalgia. Hmm. Hmm. Damn. um. Something in her eyes. Wait, what? Right. Well, he said, yeah. Bruh. Yeah. Yeah. What? Oh, interesting. Eight. What's with eight? Okay. Hmm. Oh, yeah. That eatery? No, I think he's taking her to that place that she wanted to go. Right? I don't know. Okay. Wait, what? Sunset Avenue. This is like a when because she said that I don't feel nostalgic, so I guess He wanted to bring her here. Wow. Damn, a lot of food. Oh. Hmm. Yeah. Wow, this place is like, hmm. Are those fake? Those are not real, right? No, but there's like bubbles coming out. Okay. Okay. Oh, nice. Hmm. Oh yeah, they were eating up until now. That's true, I guess. But hmm. What? I guess she usually does that. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Hmm. Bruh. Wait, again? Right. Hmm. Wait, what? Just a minute. No, why did he make a mistake like that? Because oh, I guess I was going to say okay, talk about this later. I was misunderstanding something. I thought that he was meant like whoa. Okay, what is that thing? Like they said something about making like a new fake Earth or something. Hmm. Okay. Damn, it's hot. Photochemical smog. Wall repainting. Yeah. Oh my god. Right. Is she okay? I feel like she's getting a heat stroke. Oh no. Oh no. Wet paint. Yeah, what are these angles? Oh my god. Damn, so I guess this takes a while to do like a whole room. Oh my, there's still so much left. She's not okay. She is. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh yeah, he said that as well. Yeah. Well, it's pretty obvious. Right. Oh, did it already? They said like like they closed down quickly. So property showing, business meeting. Damn. Wait, what? Okay, I was not expecting that. Is he awake? What's happening? Or is he half asleep? Oh no, he was half asleep. He was half asleep. But what? Yeah, okay. Yeah, oh my god. Hey yo. That is crazy. Imagine saying wrong person. Nah, man. This is ridiculous. Huh. Right. What the? What? This is someone's picture? Yeah, I was gonna say. The person must. Wait a minute. The person. Reiko and Hajime. It's her, right? I was gonna say, like, no. Wait a minute. Does she have like amnesia or something? Like, what's happening here? Oh my! Wait! Just a minute. No, wait. Okay, I was gonna say, like, she had. I was literally saying, the guy said that he brought his girlfriend again. Oh my, she has something. She's amnesia something. Wait, no. Okay, I'm so confused here. I thought. All right, wait a minute. You know, damn, that ending really. I actually don't know what to think. Like, there's a lot of possibilities. First and foremost, I was thinking she has amnesia, but in the end, I was thinking maybe it's nothing like that. Maybe it's just that she, like, the girl looks like her. But then again, there's been so much hints about in this episode about something being wrong with her. For example, she always says like, oh, like, newer shops always just close down. I wonder why. That is like a big clue, I feel like she has like, like, maybe not really amnesia, but maybe there's like gap in her memory, split personality, maybe. Because when you have split personality, the other personality, the main personality, doesn't have any idea about the other ones. But so basically there'll be like gaps in your memory. So at first I was thinking amnesia, but amnesia wouldn't make sense because, like, she does remember she came here, right? And then at that thing as well that she said that newer shops close down quickly would also not make sense if it's amnesia, because she's saying newer shops. If she said something like she completely forgot about shops existing there, or if she said something like, oh, this shop wasn't there before but it has always been there, that would mean like, oh, it's amnesia, right? Because she forgot about it. But she's saying newer shops closed down, so she has the memory of a shop but it's closing down, so she couldn't find them. But like I said, like we saw here, she tried to find this shop, came here, couldn't find it, and now again she could find it. So, you know what? I have no idea. I really have no idea what is going on here, because I am pretty sure the person in the picture is her, because there is a possibility that it looks like her. This person exactly looks like her. But you know what? I feel a split personality. You know why? Because, again, like a lot of things. The bartender, he said like, oh, Kudo-san has brought his girl again. You know, now at first I was like, okay, he's probably talking about someone else. But then I thought, and I was like, wait a minute, why would he say again, brought his girl again? It would make no sense. If he said something like, oh, he brought someone new, that would make sense, you know. But brought her his girl again, so he's implying that she came here with him before, but she herself has no memory of it. So that means split personality, right? Because there's like gaps in her memories, maybe. Also, another thing, when he kissed her, he said that wrong person, you know. So obviously, if he split personality, it would make sense that the person that maybe he was engaged with someone else, No, you know what? Why am I saying that it's just split personality? Maybe it's just plain amnesia. Yeah, yeah, that can also be the case. Because, like, just think about it. Maybe they came here to this bar or whatever, before she had amnesia. And, they were engaged and stuff. And then she got amnesia, and then they never came here. And now, after Kudo brought her here again, the bartender was like, "Oh, you've come with your girl again." Like, that's why he said something like that. You know, maybe Kudo, because after kissing her, maybe he's saying wrong person, because the person before, like, who pre-amnesia her, was someone who he thinks, not thinks, but who he, like, who he has, like, who he refers to as someone else than post amnesia her. So that's why he said wrong person. So yeah, it can be anything. But I was saying split personality, but I am maybe not. Maybe that'll be a bit too crazy, I feel like. So amnesia. Plain and simple amnesia, I think. So yeah, but then again, that wouldn't one thing wouldn't, like I said, one thing is not really fitting. Like the one puzzle piece is not fitting if this is amnesia. Why does she say that newer shops closed down quickly here and she couldn't find that shop? Like, if it was amnesia, she would just forget the existence, right, from the very beginning. So why, like, I don't again get that part. um like, there was something that was bothering from the very beginning of me bothering me from the very beginning, and I was thinking like something's going on here. And in the end, I was like, oh yeah, definitely something is going on, because there has been implications from the very beginning that Kudo knows her pretty well, and probably knows her a lot more than she herself does, because he's been talking about nostalgia and everything. And how he's like, oh, like, Kowloon like, kind of makes me nostalgic. Obviously, I'm assuming the reason why it makes him nostalgic is probably because of his memories with her or something in the past. And Kujirai says that, it makes me nostalgic as well. Not Kowloon, but you make me nostalgic. And that is the reason why, because she was already with him, she was literally engaged with him, and something maybe happened and she forgot or something. So there's a lot of things that are still a mystery here, which I'm guessing we'll little by little understand. For example, there's another thing that they said, humanid. I don't understand what the hell that means, but I'm assuming they're talking about humans. So there was a section where they said, like, oh, like, like, we're the only two humanists or something like that. They said, I cannot find that part. In the scene by scene discussion section, I'll try to find that part. That is also another mystery, because I'm like, what does that mean? Like, are there aliens here or something? Like, what? Like, right? Like, who would say something like that in a normal conversation, that, oh, we are both humans? Like, unless until you have some other species among you, you wouldn't call yourself humans. Like, that's weird, right? Like, yeah, so there's a possibility there's some aliens and stuff, like something going on. Then there's that thing on the sky, that diamond thing, like, in the sky floating. Not only that, they're talking about, like, making a fake earth or something. And this Kowloon is basically like a place where, like, they kept it as it is because of nostalgia and people love it here. But there was a section where you can see, like, Kowloon is like a little space in the middle, and outside it there's like big, like, like highways and, like, trees. It's like completely different. So it's like Kowloon is literally like in a box, like a box of like a box where nothing has been touched. It's just as it was before, you know and something like that, I don't know. So yeah, a lot of mystery surrounding here. That was a great start. I'm glad I started reacting to this. This is absolutely amazing. There's this whole, like, like, suspense mystery going on, and at the same time, I like the art style and everything as well. It has this, like, 90s vibe to it, but at the same time it's not, you know like, the character design and everything. Also, like he said, I don't know, I can kind of understand when he said that Kowloon makes him nostalgic, because when he was talking about, like, oh, like moldy, like, like moldy like alleyways, flickering light, like not so perfect, like like you saw that whole like place. There's a lot of things going on. Like going there kind of reminds you of going to a place that has been there for a long time. Like it's like weathered, beaten down, but at the same time people are laughing and having fun. It's a sense of nostalgia. I can 100% understand what he's trying to say here. you know how that brings nostalgia in, because going to that place makes you feel like this is a place which has been active for a long time. The flickering lights, the broken down whatever, like the weathered road, like maybe like a sign in a shop is like almost falling apart. you know these things kind of, you look at them and you're like, yeah, this has been going on for a while. And that's why the nostalgic factor, it hits you. Like, yeah, if you go to a place where it's like spick, like completely clean, perfect, like everything's just perfect, yeah, that's quite great as well. It looks nice and everything as well, but this has a separate charm to it, and that's what he was talking about. Like a sense of nostalgia, and like something that triggers in him memories, probably of her, back when, I guess, she had her memories or something. Again, I'm just assuming that she's amnesiac. I might be wrong, something else might be going on here, who knows. Like, yeah, but for now, like, the best thing that I can think of is amnesia. But other than that, maybe something else is going on, who knows. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But and I also like the way they kind of structured the episode. Is like they made it extremely normal up until a certain point, where I was like, oh, something's going to happen here that I feel like is going to completely change everything. Especially when he left, and when he, like Kujirai was like, oh, he's a messy person, and he goes and tries to like properly fix it and sees the picture. When she was taking out the picture, I was like, yeah, it's probably her picture there, and they're going to show something like that, and it'll make us question what was going on and what's up with her. Like, is she amnesiac? Is there something going on with her? Why does she not remember? So these type of things. So yeah, it would be very interesting if, I don't know, like, if that is actually her picture, because they can easily make it like, oh, that's not her, that's someone else that looks like her. That could easily be the case. But I feel like that wouldn't be like, that would be just like a generic story, right? Like, like, oh, a person trying to overcome loss or something, like that. Probably this person, something happened to this person and she looks exactly like her. That's why, like something like that. It will be like a generic like thing. But if in that picture it's her, that would make it so much more interesting. And I feel like that's what they're doing here, because there's so many hints scattered throughout this episode that kind of, like, directs and makes us think, and like, and points us towards the direction that is actually her picture, and something is up with her. Maybe she forgets stuff, maybe she's in, I don't know, something happens to her that she just doesn't remember him. So yeah, wow, that was a great start. I really liked it. This was very enjoyable. Like, I genuinely, like, like, the reason why I had my attention to this manga slash anime, you could say, like I said at the very beginning, I already knew about this manga for quite a while, but I didn't read it. And now that the anime is here, I've started watching it. But yeah, like I said, yeah, like I said, that I already had my eyes on it, but the reason why I had my eyes on it is probably because of the like, the style, the character design and everything. This has such a unique character design to it. Like, the main character, I don't know, like, just something very unique about her. She just doesn't look like one of the generic, like, like anime characters at all. Like, so that's why I kind of, like, I had my eyes on this. And now that it's out and I'm watching the anime, I'm like, damn, I'm glad that I started this, because this is quite interesting. It is like this suspense, it has this mystery to it, which will be quite interesting seeing it, how this goes. Again, like I said, if that is just some other character, then I guess that's fine. But if that is her in the picture, that would make this so much more interesting. And I think that is exactly what it is. Let's wait and see. Right. Okay, another thing, I don't know if that is important here. Oh, I just realized something. I just realized what's going on. You know what's going on? Is there some kind of age reversal going on here? Because I remember there was like this. Wait. There was this. That would actually answer a lot of my questions. Like, there was this commercial, right, of Hebinuma something? Oh, where was that? Like, no, no, not that. There was a section where they said something about rejuvenation or something. I cannot find that part. Where is that part? Like, if that is the case, a lot of things would make sense to me. Because number one, the reason why her eyesight became normal is because of that. Because her age got, like, something happened. She, like, her own age, like, when she went back in time or something, like, like and that's why she has no memories. Because that picture, wait a minute, let me go to that picture. That picture looks a lot older than how she is now, right? Wait a minute. Like, in the picture, she looks a lot older. You know what? There's a lot of things going on in my head. I have no idea. But, in the scene by scene discussion, I'll try to find that place where they were talking about rejuvenation or something. Like, okay, I think I saw the picture. Yeah, engagement with Kudo-san. Here we go. Okay, so that scene, you can see she was sitting there, and then suddenly, like, the whole place is like destroyed. Wait. Is it uh Reiko and Hajime? Congratulations. I uh I have no idea. I'm more confused now because I'm now thinking about that scene where she was sitting in that place in the bar, right? And the guy was like, "Oh, you guys were engaged here," and they show this like broken down, like destroyed place immediately after that, as if like, and then like, what was that about then? Okay, first things first. The guy knows that he's engaged, and as he said, I'm the one who took the picture or something. So they were engaged. If this is some other character, then that's completely different, I guess. Then all of these things that I'm saying all just out the window. Like, none of it works. I'm saying this based on the assumption that this girl in the picture and Kujirai are the same person. If that's not the case, then scratch all of these things that I'm saying. Under the assumption that these two are the same, what would that mean? Number one, she has amnesia, she's forgotten that she got already engaged, and this whole thing. A lot of things would make sense then, because she was like Kudo was saying that, oh, wrong person, you know, and then like a lot of other things would make sense. The whole thing about nostalgia and everything. Why she says that Kudo feels nostalgic to her, that would also kind of make sense. You know, that's number one. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Or like I said, split personality maybe. Like, maybe there's like gap in her memories because she's just. But no, split personality is too much of a rogue, like, like a rogue character, like, like a plot thing. That, yeah, I don't think that's the case. Amnesia, probably something like that, or something that we don't know, which will be revealed later, because yeah, you know what, I'm going to go back to that part, and in the scene by scene discussion, I'm going to try to find that part where they were talking about like reversal of age or something. Okay, let's wait and see. Either way, that was a really good start. It has hooked me. Like, it has made me interested. Now I'm looking forward to how where this is going to proceed. Right. Okay. Oh, also another thing, I just forgot about that completely. What were those like light, like those little particles at the very beginning of the episode? You see, like when she was like there, she was like looking at them, and then it suddenly stopped. Like, were she seeing the particles when she wasn't wearing the glasses? Like, oh, maybe there was just those were just dust particles. I have no idea. Maybe I'm just making, yeah, looking too much into it. Who knows? Right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to wherever this is going to go. This is very interesting. Okay, and there you go. That was my overall impression of this episode. Now, let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Like I said, I will need to find a few sections which is, like where they kind of revealed a few things. So first and foremost, she wakes up 7 a.m., puts on her glasses, realizes that there's something wrong with her because she cannot properly see or something. Again, this is where you can see they're doing a commercial for, here we go, nice and refreshing, clear up your vision, new eye drops from Hebinuma Pharmaceutical. Right, so we get to see later that she's using those eye drops, so that's that. She's eating watermelon, goes outside, sits down, takes a smoke, and she said this before as well, later as well, that after eating watermelon, like smoking, it feels nice to her or something. It's like a quirk that she has. Okay, then that's that. Okay, this part. I need to read this section because there's a few things that they reveal here. First and foremost, we see this one girl, like, like greeting Kujirai. Okay, this part. I'm going to read this whole section, trying to understand what's going on. So, in the news, they're saying it is said that generic Terra is capable of backing up the memories of all human beings, making even eternal youth and immortality a reality. Oh, that's what they were talking about. Okay, I thought it was some kind of a medicine or something. I couldn't pay attention to here because I was focusing on a lot of other things. But now, okay, so first and foremost, my big question here, what is this generic Terra? Is that the thing on the sky? It is said that generic Terra is capable of backing up the memories of all human beings, making even eternal youth and immortality a reality. Okay. Using advanced technology with a focus on safety, its construction continues. I'm guessing that's generic Terra, the diamond like thing, right? On the sky. In this market, the generic Terra merchandise is falling off the shelf. Okay. The T-shirts with Gene Terra, the mascot, or Genetera mascot, popular. Government-funded project is drawing attention from other nations. You could say that the story of generic Terra is like a romance for all of humankind. So then people are saying that rumors say that project is secretly run by private sector, not a government work. Which company was it? Hebinuma Pharmaceutical. So that's like a conspiracy going on. Okay. And then we see Kujirai again taking out her glasses and kind of so her eyesight is bothering her. Okay, so that was the important part that I wanted to check. So basically, these generic Terra, I'm not sure what that is. I'm assuming it's the thing in the sky. Is capable of backing up human memories and kind of like making people immortal in that sense. But I'd like to say, is that even immortality at that point? You're literally just like copying your like memories. It's like an AI, right? Like it's like more of an AI. You're not really like once you die. Then you can, I guess, you can take out your memories and like put it in something else maybe. But then you just get someone who's still artificial. Like this reminds me of the whole, if you've seen Steins Gate, in Steins Gate Zero, this reminds me of the whole Amadeus situation, where in Steins Gate Zero, Rintaro comes across an AI which has like Kurisu's memories and everything, and it's like an AI. She can talk and everything, but it's not the same person. It's not Kurisu Makise. this literally reminds me of that. It's not going to be this immortality in the truest sense, but something close to it, I guess. Still, there won't be any kind of feelings in, like, it's just, I don't know what to say. It's just a bit different than, you know. Anyways, enough of that. Next we see Kujirai coming to work, and she was like going to check in, but Kudo comes in first and checks in, so she becomes late. So she's a little bit angry. She's like, "What the hell, Kudo? Like, because of you, I was late." And he's like, "Oh, fine. I'll treat you something. I'll treat you to lunch," and she's happy about that. Um, Okay, so here they say some, that guy say that, oh, second Kowloon isn't really comfortable to live in, but people are still living. I wonder why. Is it because they don't have any place to go or something? But later on, I guess Kudo kind of says this, that it's probably because of nostalgia, because people actually love staying here. It's something, like that they do from within their heart. Even if they might have a really comfortable life outside somewhere else, this place is, they stay here because they want it, they like it. Anyways, so after that you can see Kujirai come to this cafe, Hawaiian Cafe Aloha, and Kudo's like, the hell is this? Come with me. Takes her to this gyudon place or something, like, yeah, and then they're eating, like, like some nice, like, I don't know what that was, like custom or something, I'm guessing. Okay, so this is where you can see Kujirai puts in the Hebinuma pharmaceutical eye drop, and he's like, "What the hell is this? Like, like, why are you using this? I don't trust that company anymore." There's, like, the guy's son took over. This guy you can see in the poster, and he's like, he's shady as hell. I don't like this. I feel like they're doing something. Anyway. Kudo's like, you have to just massage the pressure point. So let me do that. And she's like, just you're going to forcefully do that. Okay. Okay, this is also where they talk about like one room where there's like not a tenant for like 6 months, and this is where Kudo says, like, I would want whoever lives there to live properly. That's why I would want to do my best, for those rooms. And she kind of hears that and listens to that. After that, Kujira is like, "Oh, let's have some tea if you want to," and he's like, "Oh, you go to the eye doctor first, like, yeah, and we'll have tea later." So he just jumps around, like, kind of goes away, and Kujira then goes to the doctor, and apparently her eyesight is back, so it has gotten better. So she won't need the glasses. Next day, when she's like, "Oh, which is better, Kudo? Me with the glasses or me without glasses?" And he's like, "Oh, glasses is better." I'm guessing, obviously, again, because of nostalgia, he remembers her with glasses. From the picture, if you can, yeah, if that's what you can base your thoughts on, he probably knew her forever with glasses. So, anyways, then they're up on top of the roof. Okay, so here she says, like, "Oh, I wonder how long the place will stay open." And the eatery I wanted to try out at lunch. For some reason, new stores close really quickly in Kowloon. Okay, so again, I'm not sure if this has something to do with her amnesia or something going on, but yeah, I'm not really sure if there's something extra over here going on, or maybe I'm just looking too much into this. So Kudo says Kowloon is supposed to be a nostalgia, and this is where he talks about nostalgia. He's like, noisy neighbors, broken down, like, like stuff, flickering light bulbs. Don't these terribly free feel nostalgic to you? And he's like, that's why people stay here, because of nostalgia. I think this feeling is the same as being in love. Um, it's the same as the residents here. You can see this place, Kowloon. You can see that it's all the buildings are like just stuck together, and then there's outside of it where there's like big roads with greenery. So interesting. Okay, everyone here is in love with Kowloon, the nostalgic Kowloon. Yeah, and that's why Kowloon doesn't change. It shouldn't. Anyways, she says like I don't really feel nostalgia here, but I do feel nostalgia when I'm with you. And then she realizes, she's like, oh, I didn't really mean that. Okay, now it makes sense why he reacted like that. If she really has amnesia, saying something like this must be crazy, because just imagine like the other person has amnesia and they suddenly say that, oh, like staying with you is kind of nostalgic, which kind of indicates that their memories are coming back, right? So that's why he kind of like went close to her, and then he was like, oh, you have crow's feet. Okay, what the hell is crow's feet? I have no idea. What is that? Crow's feet? Wrinkles that form, oh, around the outer corners of the eyes. I guess it does look like crow's feet. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so then she puts back the glasses on next day. Obviously, she put it back on because Kudo said that, oh, like like you with the glasses is better. But Kudo's like, ha, you did that because you want to hide your crow's feet, right? Um. Anyways, and then he sees that there's like some dirt in his like like dress, and he says like he has this thing of like like just touching eight wherever there's eight, and that's why it's like dirty. Okay. Anyways, next we see they like like later on they go together to eat at night, and he brings her to this place. What's the name of the place? Something Avenue, Sunlit Avenue or something. Wait a minute. Sunset Avenue. Okay, so I feel like all of the like if she really has amnesia and if that's her in the picture, I'm assuming they came here before a lot of times and she doesn't remember any of it. For her it's like first time coming here, but there's this sense of nostalgia within her as well. you know Anyways, so they come here and he's like, come, like I'm going to show you what true Kowloon is. And they like have a lot of food and everything. After a lot amount of time, after a lot of eating, they come to this place, Goldfish's, what was the name? Goldfish Tea House. Okay, so he comes in and this guy's like, oh, Kudo-san, come, it's been a while, and he sits down, and like she also sits down, and then he brings like iced coffee, no, or iced tea or something. Yeah, gives her watermelon as well. She chomps down on the watermelon, and yeah, this is where, yeah, when he's like, oh, like didn't you say you couldn't eat anymore? She's like, oh, this is basically water. At which he's like, ah, yeah, that's funny. And she's like, oh, this is nostalgic again, this feeling of nostalgia. And then she says that, oh, like Kudo-san, guess what? That tastes good to smoke after eating watermelon. And then she realizes, wait a minute, am I being weird? At which Kudo's like, nah, these are the quirks that different people have, like, and this part, he's like, oh, another hint that she probably has amnesia or something. Kudo says like, oh, I knew a person who said something like that, and she's like, oh, I don't think I've heard anyone say something like this ever except me. And Kudo's like, yeah, like it's a little quirk like that. I like that. Finding familiar quirks can make you happy, and it helps you remember the person with that quirk. So again, small hints as to like how he's now getting nostalgic about probably something that Kujirai did before, and now she just doesn't remember or something. Anyways, another big hint here, like I said, when they're leaving, the guy's like, oh, come back again, and he's like, oh, I'm happy that Kudo-san brought his girlfriend again. Now, at first, I was like, okay, so he's talking about some other girl maybe he came here with. But then I was like, wait a minute, that would be weird. Why would he word it like that? It's as if he's saying that he brought you here before as well. If it was someone else, he would have said something along the lines of, oh, he brought someone new. Why would he say that he brought his girlfriend again? Like, it's just a weird sentence. It's as if he's implying that he brought Kujirai here before. Which was kind of bothering me. Like I said, for a while, but I didn't really pay that much attention to it after that, because some other stuff started happening. Um. Okay, so you can see like like then they're like going back, and Kujirai looks up, there's that thing again in the sky, that diamond thing, and obviously there's the moon. She looks at it for a while, and then Kudo brings her a water, like like a water fill, like a goldfish. Yeah, now she's thinking about what Kudo said about how he talks about like stuff makes him nostalgic and everything. All those things he's thinking. This is also where she admits that she likes Kudo, which has been pretty obvious from the very beginning. But right now, next day we see it's freaking hot. They say a photochemical smog warning has been issued. Heat, extreme heat, high humidity. Like, be careful of heat stroke. So that day you can see Kujirai is painting this room, and obviously it's freaking hot. He's sweating, and she's like like passing out almost. She kept it doing this for a while, and then when it is like nighttime, she like almost passes out, but Kudo comes in and helps her out, and he's like, oh, you could have told me to come and help you. And then Kudo grabs the photo roll, the paint roller, and he starts doing it, gives her like cold oolong tea. Right, and he's like, why are you doing this? At which she says like, oh, I remember someone saying that wants to make the person who lives here happy. And that's when Kudo's like, oh yeah, am I rubbing off on you? Haha. Okay. Oh, this is where she admits that he likes Kudo, which has been pretty obvious from the beginning, as you can see. But yeah, and obviously, like, if these two were actually engaged before and she's like forgotten them or something, it would make more sense why she likes him, because she's always liked him from the very beginning. Okay, anyways, next, and after that you can see this part where everything kind of like comes together. So she comes back to the office next day, sees that Kudo is sleeping, and she's like, oh, Kudo, like, wake up. Like, she was kind of acting as if like the boss, asking him to wake up. And then Kudo, in his half like like sleepy state, he like grabs her and kisses her. And then he came to his like like senses, because in his half dreamlike state, he probably like forgot about like her amnesia or something. Again, I'm saying all of this and because I'm assuming she has amnesia. That might not actually be the case, something else might be going on, but I'm assuming she has amnesia. And if that's the case, he probably in his like half sleepy state, he couldn't think properly. And then when he came to his senses, he's like, just pushes her like this, and then he's like, sorry, wrong person. Now, like I said, something like that is absolutely crazy when he said like a wrong person, because obviously even at that point, I had no clue what was going on. Like, I had like inklings and hints which was in my head, and I was thinking there's a possibility like something like this is going on, but I still wasn't confirmed. So I was like, damn, it's crazy to say something like this, like wrong person, like what the hell. But then after that, he goes to eat lunch. Kujirai goes and tries to fix his stuff, grabs a picture, looks at the picture, and she's shocked. So she goes outside with the picture and comes to the goldfish tea house, and she's like, weird, I couldn't find this place before, right? I think that's what she says here. Yeah, she's walking, comes to the goldfish tea house, gets inside of it, and the guy's like, oh, welcome, oh, hello, right? She sits down, he brings her a glass of water, she's like, one iced coffee, sure. Okay, she says, I couldn't find this place when I was looking for it, yet. Okay, then she fishes out the picture, looks at it. Okay, the guy's like, oh, that photo, we had fun that day, right? She's like, what day, what fun? Do you know this? He's like, oh yeah, like, it's a picture I took right here. To celebrate your engagement with Kudo-san. So here we go. She's like, what engagement? I'm sorry, I don't understand. They show some imagery here. First and foremost, a goldfish dying and floating on top. Then they show her sitting there, the whole place destroyed. Like a post-apocalyptic setting. She's sitting down. Then they show the picture. There's Kudo there, and then there's her. There's written Reiko and Hajime, congratulations. So, her name is Kujirai. What is her first name? Is it Reiko? I guess next episode we'll have to. Did they mention it anywhere here? Her first name? I don't remember. If it's Reiko, then it's pretty damn obvious that's her. If it's not Reiko, then also that doesn't really prove much, because it's possible that after losing her memories, she took a different name or something. So yeah, but that's exactly her. Now, like I said, this girl might be someone completely different who looks like her, but I feel like that wouldn't really make it that interesting. You know, I have the feeling that this is her and something else is going on. Throughout the episode, there has been hints as to something wrong with her and something wrong with the whole scenario. Like, so many hints. Like, her talking about nostalgia. Whenever she talks to Kudo, it makes her feel nostalgic. That part, Kudo saying wrong person, talking about how, he says that, oh, I remember someone saying the same, the watermelon and the smoking thing, so all these things. Yeah. Who was it that you kissed? And that's it, that's where it ended. So fantastic start. I am very intrigued, so let's see how where this goes. So that is it. That was my reaction to the first episode of Kowloon Generic Romance. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of the show. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.